Welcome back. Ryan Gill always talks about napping lubricant, and I think his is of the IPA variety, but personally mine is a good cup of espresso coffee. Goes really good, especially on a cold day. All right, let's get this big old bastard out. Let's see what we can do with this thing, huh? This, it's been hit on. Now, I don't know if it happened in the last 10 years, or 50 years, or 100 years, or 200 years, but it has been hit on. It's got some impact marks, and there's probably some cones in here. So I expect to find some issues down in this area. I'm not going to be surprised if I do. Deposition layer banding is parallel to the floor, and I've got on this side, the back side, I've got two really good platform faces, the top and the bottom, so I can go with it either way. And I think I will probably come at it, let's see so you can see. I'm going to come at it this way, so I'm going to flip it over and come at this way and try and take out, see what's under all of this. And I also see some wormholes in here. So there may be some other hidden problems, but we're not going to know until we get into it. So let's get into it. And I'm also, one more thing, because I'm trying to heal my hands up. I'm going pretty hard for a while. Let's get some gloves on. Nothing to it but to do it. I had a good pop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what you'll see here, we got a good spall removal. There's some crusty layers in there. That's what that green is. Okay, so these layers weren't even connected together. They weren't even fused together. This is just some deposition from moisture getting in there, and from when it was baked in the ground. There's some good material in here. I'm saving that one. Now I'm going to keep going. I'm going to come on this side right here, take the rest of that off. What's good is the worm layers don't go any deeper, and the cones seem to have come off too for the most part. There may be a little bit of stuff in here, but I think we're going to be in pretty good shape with this piece. So I hit here, there's our spall, more of a flake really, but very nice. This is super clean material. Again, you get these little waves and stuff, but those will nap right out. Those really aren't typically a problem at all. This is, I don't usually wear sandals. I keep getting rocks in them. This right here is the highest grade. This is the best stuff I've found, and I've found a lot of this stuff. When it comes to clean, well napping material that's razor sharp, this is it right here. Just this clean, smooth, pure, light gray. That's the best. Best of the best. Let's see what the other side has. I'm gonna flip it over. Good pop. All right. Impact right there. Okay, so I hit straight down and very clean. Very, very clean. And that's probably pretty solid all the way through. The outside layers is crusty shit. I don't think it goes very deep. I think it's just the surface. So I think pretty much the whole thickness of that is Primo. Beautiful stuff. That's a good napping piece right there. All right, so I'm gonna hit here now and take the rest of this crusty layer off. And there's a crack going through here. It doesn't look like it goes very deep. I may be able to take the whole thing off. God, you can shave with those things easily. Definitely getting my workout in. Oh yeah, good pop. You hit this stuff pretty hard. It's not usually a problem crushing it, as long as you have your support right. All right, so turn it this way. All right, so I hit on this side down at an angle like this because I got everything upside down. Just want to show you. All right, so there's the outside that came off. There's probably something cool in there. Okay, here's the rest of it. That was a nice spall of Tongue River Porcellanite. Now that crack does look like it goes through pretty deep, so this is going to end up probably being 2 nice arrowhead flakes. But clean stuff. Look at that flake scar. I mean, that's just slick, super slick. Let's keep going. I'm going to hit here now. Try and take a big one off right there. These are the pieces, when I start getting into these, I have a lot of fun spalling this stuff up. I hit that too low. It wasn't thick enough, but like you could just chip the outline of an arrowhead out of this piece. It's pretty thin, or make some tools out of it. That's good stuff. I don't typically use those just because I like doing shit the hard way, I guess, as far as napping. But so now I kind of got a ridge going here. It's pretty mellow. But I'm going to hit right above that and try and take out a bigger sized spall this time. That was just begging to cut my wrist right wide open. Alright. Whew. It's a heavy son of a bitch too. Good pop. Coffee. I can feel it on my fingers back here when it comes out the other side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, ouch. usually wear shorts either. This is why. It's getting hot. All right, you can see where I hit it. All right. Okay. Straight down. Straight down. Now again, all this rippling and stuff, you can see kind of the color changes. Those are just the different layers. They just have different reflection tendencies, basically. And also as that wave of energy travels through the stone, every time it hits a layer, it just kind of like bounces off course a little bit. So there is some deviation in the surface, but it's not bad, especially on this good stuff. And when you start, you know, when you take a spall and you start working this down, those just don't even factor in at all anymore. That's oh, frickin' Primo piece right there. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. That may end up going in the personal bucket that I never get around to napping. I know we all got one. That's a good one. That's a good piece. Now, eventually, hopefully I'll be able to offer these whole big tabs. $3 a pound for this stuff. Man, I'd just love for some of y'all to be able to get a piece like this and go through and spall these things up. It's a lot of fun. It's great material when you get a good piece. Good practice stuff too. And I got a bunch of this stuff that spalls pretty much just as well, but it's lower grade. I have some stuff that has, I have a piece. It'll have a lot of tiny little gas bubbles in it, little pinhead-sized pockets of gas, these tiny bubbles, kind of like obsidian can. It's more of an aesthetic defect than anything else, but you know, people don't usually want that. But when it comes to practice and spalling, it's good stuff. I use a lot of it just to learn how to spall this particular material, and I let that stuff go for pretty heavy discount for anybody that's interested, because I'm not ever going to use it. I don't need it laying around. I won't practice on all of it. And it's just good for somebody to get something out of it, right? So if you ever want some lower grade but still good spalling practice material, let me know. I've got plenty of that I can get rid of. Happy to see it get put to some good use. Good pop and coffee. All right, so that has, see that dark, I hit a crusty layer, basically, is what happened, and it's all kind of, that's why all these little flakes came out. So right here, see, there it is, right there. There's a crusty layer. So it's not really, the two layers are not fused together right there. And it's just a low grade trash layer that's in there, and when you hit those, that's kind of what happens. Okay, the rest of this, pretty good stuff. That'll still go. I'll probably put that in the B bucket, the B grade bucket, just because it's kind of right in the middle of the spall. So there's that layer. You can see it's going right through the middle of this whole piece. It's just that whole layer in there, right? It's, sometimes you can even see them on the outside. Yeah, so, all right, so follow, you see this light band right there? That's that layer. And as you turn it, you can see it. That's that black layer. Okay. It's just it looks cool, but usually it's not a good sign. That's that black layer. So I'm gonna come over and try and take this all off, separate this out on that layer, so this I still have a good piece. And it's cool because the good thing about that line right there, it's you can see, yeah, this line right here gives me a marker on where to hit on this face to try and take that off clean. I'm having to hold this piece and grip it pretty hard because it's heavy, but if it's a smaller piece and it's starting to get lighter weight, I don't typically hold these. I support them from the back so it doesn't really move like down towards the floor much. But I don't hold them real hard. I just kind of let them sit and rest, and I just use my hand to support it. And I've found that that helps keep the spalls from breaking in half when they come off. Third time's a charm. I hate when that happens. That's never a good thing. But it looks like we did still get, oh yeah. Now that's a really clean spall right there, except that stupid layer going through the middle. I've napped these pieces. You can nap it with that layer in there because it's, if you nap this piece, all right, so it's thinner on the outside edges, thicker, you kind of have a ridge in the middle. So if you nap it like this, the layers are at an angle, a slight angle, so that crud layer is kind of popping out right here along the center of the piece. So you can still nap it with that layer in there. It's going to cause some problems, and you're going to get lucky. In some places it won't, but it's still doable. Yeah. Be great. All right, so you can see now I've isolated this layer. That's the outline of the layer, kind of this shield looking line. So I'm going to try and knock this whole spall off in one go and be through that layer. Ooh, I got lucky on that double hit. That's a clean, that's a beautiful flake. That'll make a really nice arrowhead. No, good spall. Trash layer still kind of got under it, or in it. Oh, that's pretty clean though. All right, and now that layer is pretty much gone. And we should be smooth sailing as we go through until we come up to the next issue, whatever that may be. But you can see as I spall it out, it leaves me with these ridges. And I'll take the next one here, then I'll have two ridges. Take one there, and just work your way all the way down through this rock. Okay, let's do one more, and then we'll call it good. We're right at about 20 minutes again, so that's a pretty good amount of time talking about spalling this stuff. One more for good measure, and on a good note, right? Good pop, coffee. Okay. That's a nice spall of Tongue River Chert. That right there, that's the stuff, man. That's the stuff I chase, and I'm always looking for. I love napping this stuff. It's a really great material. People have been using this stuff for a long time, all the way back into the end of the Pleistocene. So Good stuff. Thanks for joining me. I hope you get something out of this video. If you've bought any material from me, if you ever have any questions or problems or issues, let me know. And if you want to get some material from me, hit me up and let me know. DM me on Facebook, Kelly Parks, and we'll get you set up. Thanks for watching. Later.